Bali volcano current status. Is Mount Ag.ung still erupting? When will it stop erupting? Sutopo Purwo Nugroho, of the National Agency for Disaster Management, BNPB, voiced hope that the eruption would end soon but said the island should remain on high alert. In a Twitter post earlier today, he said there was no blackish-gray smoke pouring out of Agung's crater this morning and that continuous tremors are also reduced. Despite the reduction in volcanic ash and dip in seismic activity, volcano experts have warned that there is still a threat of eruption. Sharing a photo of Mount Agung this morning, volcanologist Dr Janine Krippner said, "This does not mean it is over. Fluctuations in activity are a normal part of the life of volcanoes." Meanwhile, officials at Indonesia's Volcanology and Geological Disaster Mitigation Center, (PVMBG), have warned that a more violent eruption remains likely. Devi Kamal Sabana, of the PVMBG, told Reuters, "We cannot predict whether it will be bigger than 1963, but according to our evaluation the potential for a full-scale eruption is still high." When Mount Agung last erupted in 1963, it killed more than 1,100 people. The Bali volcano is not currently pumping out ash or lava, though it has entered what is known as an eruptive period. After Agung showed signs of freakish activity last week, Professor Joachim Gottsman, head of volcanology at Bristol University, said the volcano could have several discrete eruptions. He said, "Often but not always magmatic eruptions ensue after a period of freakish activity. Magmatic means that molten rock is either erupted explosively or effusively. All these eruptive activities can occur within short periods of time. A eruptive period may hence have several discrete eruptions." Volcanoes are notoriously unpredictable, making it almost impossible for experts to accurately forecast when an eruption is going to take place or when a volcano will stop erupting. Professor Gottsman explained that since Agung is already causing dangerous mudflows known as lahars, the next eruption could produce deadly pyroclastic flows. The eruption could end abruptly, continue as is or escalate to a major eruption, Her said. Pyroclastic flows are inevitable in case of the latter but also possible if the eruption continues as is. In a worrying sign for locals, Mount Agung continued to produce minor eruptions and lava flows for almost a year after the May 1963 eruption. On February 18, 1963, Bali residents saw plumes of ash rising above the summit of Mount Agung, though it was not until nearly a week later that lava began spilling down the volcano's slopes. Then, on March 17, the Agung exploded violently, sending debris up to 10 kilometers into the air, producing the much-feared pyroclastic flows. To avoid the mass casualties this time around, Bali officials have imposed a strict exclusion zone around the volcano. Authorities say that about 43,000 people have taken shelter in evacuation camps on the island, though they hope push this up to nearer 100,000 in the coming days. Search and rescue teams venturing into the area report that some are refusing to leave their livestock unattended, while others are choosing to put their fate in the hands of the gods. G. Dardana, head of Bali's search and rescue agency, told Reuters, "The government has been clear about evacuation orders, but some people are slow to act or want to stay." The evacuation zone in Bali now stretches up to 10 kilometers, 6 miles, around the volcano. Mount Agung's alert was raised to the maximum level 4 last week. Read more. Bali volcano updates live.